Hello and welcome on a nice cold day here in Gurgaon, and we are driving the brand new Kia Syros. And what I particularly like is that this shade is called Frost Blue, and I'm happy to tell you that we are driving the diesel variants because Kia is one of those very few manufacturers who are continuing to offer you a diesel option in this segment. So let's have a look at this car, drive it, see how it feels and tell you all about it. Stay tuned to AutoToday and do remember to subscribe and follow us on our social media handles as well. What I like about Kia designs is that they've really been unique all the time, and the Syros is no different. Well, gone is the tiger nose grille and in comes the tiger face grille. Now, having a look at this car from the front, it looks like this car is electric ready. So stay tuned for more news on that. Lights. It's mounted on the bumpers, ice cube LEDs with DRLs on the side. They look fantastic. And let me tell you, if you buy the lower variants also, you get a similar silhouette of the light. Of course, there will be halogens and things like that, projector LEDs and all that. They'll be different. But the overall look of the car remains the same. Now, we come to the skid plates. Kia has given a generous amount of skid plates around the car. There's one in the front, there's one at the back, we'll get to that. And there are also some elements on the side panels. But overall, this is a distinctive looking vehicle and you will either love it or not. Now moving to the side of the vehicle, it shows us a lot of details. Let's get to that. One look at the profile and you know that this is a slab-sided vehicle. However, Kia has done various elements on this car so that it looks nice. Let's start with the wheels. 17-inch crystal cut alloy wheels. They look really nice and especially they fill up the wheel wells rather well. You also get these black panels all across the side which has that SUV feel to it. Adding to that is the scuff plates on the side, and don't forget to have a look at those flush fit door handles. They look really nice. As always, Kia has given roof rails. And before we move into the back of the vehicle, let me tell you that have a look at this rather long wheelbase, and this has benefits when you step inside. Now let's get to the rear end of the vehicle. Much like the front and the profile, the rear end of the vehicle is also rather interesting. Now these star map LEDs are for this top of the line variant only. You also get reflectors in the lower variants, but this is a very nice touch. You get these as aftermarket accessories any which ways. So Kia decided to put the lights on top, but that's not the only light panel. You get a secondary light panel out here which serves as the indicator and the reversing light. Spoiler of course, and a shark fin antenna on top. Again, a lot of scuff plating, a lot of black panels out here. Looks really nice. And here's something. Tell me in the comments below whether you feel the same. When you look at the car like in a absolute straight rear end, it gives you a very retro feel, you know, like those old school SUVs where you would have light panels like here. Tell me if you think the same or not. Now, let's get inside. Now, if you've been thinking about the design of the Syros outside, once you step inside, everything is a positive here. Now, let me start with the dashboard. It's a very old school dashboard design and it's a long unit. So when you sit inside, you sit on the driver's seat, you have a long space. So that's something which I like. You also get this connected and massive infotainment system and instrument panel put together into one. You have all connectivity features like Apple and things like that. Android Auto as well, of course. And you also get a host of connected features, including over-the-air updates for this particular vehicle. Now, I would like to mention here that the plus point of having OTA updates is that in case something goes wrong electronically or things like that, you can get to your mobile connectivity app and ask for help. And if possible, they can reset your car from wherever the service center is. You don't need to visit the service center. So that's fantastic. Coming back to the dashboard, I love these large toggle buttons out here. They are easy to use and they are really good. You also get a nice little grab rail kind of here. AC vents are spread out all the way here. You get a charging pad here which is wireless. You also get a nifty little storage space here, and if you press a button out here like so, this turns into a cup holder. So sometimes you have larger material and you don't want to have a cup holder. So this gives you that option. Plus you also get storage here and storage on the door pockets. But my favorite part of this is the steering wheel. First of all, they call it a double D cut or something like that, but that's not what I like the most. The traction modes and the drive modes are here. So it's a very nice unit, and on the go you can change them. Overall, the front seat is a nice place to be. This is also a power adjustable, so it comes with electric adjust, like you can see, for recline and all of those functions. You also get a great big sunroof in this car. Now, considering the segment this car is in, having a panorama sunroof like this is just incredible. Overall then, as far as space is concerned, the Syros is a winner. Remember the wheelbase I was speaking about when I was showing you the profile of the vehicle? This is where it all comes together. The rear seat. First and foremost, the rear seat is adjustable like so. I can increase my room out here and it's fantastic. And this also allows you the flexibility of increasing or decreasing your boot space, which I shall talk about a little later. You also get a nice little armrest out here with cup holders, very handy. You get AC vents, you get twin Type-C chargers and an air purification system at the back. But the two features which I like is the fact that Kia has given us rear ventilated seats. Now, if it's a driver who's driving the car and you are sitting at the back, you always want to have that comfort, especially during the summers. So having this feature on the back seat is just a fantastic idea. Also, you get these blinds out here. They are manual, but they work well and they are a nice touch. So overall, at the back, the Kia Syros again shines. Now, just as you saw inside, the car is really spacious, and that continues when we talk about the boot. Now, because of the adjustable seats which I showed you, your boot space can go up to 465 liters, and that means if you have a little more luggage, you can always put the seat a little ahead or at the back, adjust so that you can utilize it to the fullest. It's a fantastic way of extending your boot space. Kia will be offering the Syros with a choice of two engines. It has decided to stay away from the naturally aspirated unit and offer the 1-liter turbo petrol only. Power output is rated at 118 bhp and torque generated is 172 Newton meters. This motor can be paired to a 6-speed manual or a 7-speed dual clutch transmission. Mileage figures for the MT is 18.2 kmpl and the number reduces to 17.6 if you opt for the DCT. The diesel engine in the offing is the 1.5-liter motor, which is rated to offer 114 bhp and 250 Newton meters of torque. The motor can be paired with a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed automatic. Fuel efficiency rated is 20.7 kmpl or 17.6 kmpl respectively. We got a chance to drive the diesel automatic variant, and the first thing that impressed us was the NVH packaging. The engine is barely audible inside the cabin apart from the times when the engine is revved hard. The Syros takes off with decent amount of grunt as the diesel engine offers enough tug from a low 1500 rpm. The Syros also cruises well, and sitting at 100 kph is extremely easy. The gearbox is also quick enough and offers smooth shifts. Through the mode, it holds on to the gear as revs rise, and this adds to the sense of sportiness. But what it sure offers is a rather smooth drive and excellent efficiency. The steering setup is also at par with other Korean vehicles. It is light, and this makes it easy to maneuver the Syros through tight spots. Parking is also relatively easy, and helping matters is the 360-degree camera. However, the steering is not exactly precise when it comes to feedback. This is especially the case at higher speeds, but for cars of this category, we think it's enough. When it comes to the ride quality, the Syros does a good job in ironing out rough patches. It glides through and there is little noise to complain about. But if the rough patch is joined by a sudden pothole, the suspension tends to bottom out, resulting in a loud thud. Around corners, this tall boy is also well composed. Body roll is kept under check, and that's a good thing. Overall then, the Syros comes as a well-tuned suspension, all aimed at keeping passengers comfortable. At the time of going live, the prices of the Syros have not been announced. However, we hear that Kia is going to price it rather aggressively with a base variant sitting below the sub 10 lakh rupee mark. It could actually be lower. The top variants then will hover around the 18 lakh mark. This makes the Syros phenomenal value for money. It is a spacious SUV, comes with a host of safety features including ADAS and luxury features like a Harman Kardon audio system and a panoramic sunroof as well. Not to forget that all-around ventilated seats are also available. Considering the price, the Syros is sure going to be a good option.